Getting 100 recurring customers for your pooper scooper business is a huge milestone for a ton of entrepreneurs out there. In this video, I'm going to go through some of the fastest ways to get from 0 to 100 customers as quickly as possible. We've done this 3 different times in 3 different locations, and we've been able to do this in a matter of weeks. So it's definitely possible to get one of these companies up and going really fast. So let's get into it. For those who don't know, my name is William. I'm the president of a 7-figure pooper scooper business in the Pacific Northwest and the founder of the Poop Scoop Millionaire community on School. This video, I'm really excited to share with you guys the fastest methods to get to your first 100 customers. And yes, this is going to take a little bit of money. You absolutely can get to 100 customers within a reasonable amount of time if you don't have a lot of money to spend with some of the free methods that we talk about on this channel. But if you do have a little bit of money to throw into this business, you can really accelerate the growth and get to a pretty solid 6-figure plus income relatively quickly. So let's get into it. So to kick things off, we're going to talk about the step-by-step procedures that we use to launch our most recent location in the Pacific Northwest. And we were able to acquire well over 100 customers within about a month or so. And to do that, there was a couple big factors that basically played into the success. Number one, we chose a smart time to get into that new market. We know from our experience that typically the first quarter of the year tends to be the easiest time to get customers. So we decided to launch in March, kind of on the tail end of that. And the other thing is we know what some of the most effective advertising channels are. That's going to be Google and Facebook. And we basically took that information and we dumped a decent chunk of change into launching that location. So in about 6 weeks, we spent around $30,000 with probably 95% of that being on Facebook ads, the rest being on Google ads. We had no presence, no reviews, nobody knew who we were in that area. And with spending that amount of money, we were able to acquire around 190 new customers. And this included one-times and also recurring customers. And kind of the result of that is we were making around $15,000 a month in gross revenue. And if you looked at our profit margins within a full year of operating there, we basically doubled that initial $30,000 investment. I know not everybody has that kind of money to invest, but if you do and you know how to run ads in an efficient way, like we teach in the Poop Scoop Millionaire community, you can really grow the business quickly. That's how we did it. We've launched that for other locations, kind of a similar strategy, and it's just been a great way to get one full route up and going within about a month to 6 weeks. And just a quick note, if you're not in the Poop Scoop Millionaire community already, the price is going up at the end of the month if you're watching this when this video first comes out. So if you want to save quite a bit of money, get grandfathered in on that price for life, see our Facebook, see our Google, see our SEO training, all that stuff in there. I highly recommend you join by the end of the month. So let's keep going. So the next way to get 100 pooper scooper customers extremely fast is going to be to buy out an existing pooper scooper route. So there's a ton of people out there that have built up their business. Maybe they have between 100 to 150 customers. It's probably the most common number of customers that I see these companies have, just because that's the level that one owner operator can typically handle by themselves before they have to hire employees. And there's a lot of people out there that are just tired of scooping dog poop. So you're not always going to be able to find it, but if you do see this option in your market, it could be a good opportunity for you. The thing I like about buying a customer as opposed to running ads is that you basically guarantee that you're able to get all of those customers. But kind of the downside of this as well is that these customers aren't going to be onboarded onto your pricing, onto your system, so you might have to change things. When we bought out another company, we had to change the service days, we had to bump up the prices, we had to move people over onto Sweep and Go, and making all of those changes, it actually cost us quite a few of those customers, and we would have been just better off advertising to get the same number of customers. So something that you really need to evaluate. When I'm looking at pricing out these routes, for us, I typically like to look at how much does it cost for us to acquire a customer, and I'll add a little bit of a premium to that depending on how close the pricing is to our pricing, just because we get all those customers in one bulk run. We don't have to wait a month or whatever. So I'm willing to pay a little bit more for that. But 100 customers, if you were paying anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000, $35,000, somewhere in there, that's probably a pretty fair price, because you're really just getting the route. You're not really getting much business systems. You're probably not getting a awesome website that's generating a ton of business month after month. So you're really just buying that route. So you want to make sure that you're not overpaying. So after talking about these two methods, if I were to open up another location, which we plan to do later this year, my preference is going to be to spend our own money in advertising. And that's just because we can typically get these customers cheaper than we can buy them for. Unless you get a really good deal, then I would take advantage of that. These customers are also going to be set up on our pricing. They're going to be set up on our software. They're going to be set up on our service days. And they're typically going to be a higher quality customer, the higher lifetime value. Might take a little bit more processing up front. We're really only talking 4 to 6 weeks in our last case. So if you're trying to kind of replicate what we did, I'd probably budget to spend anywhere between $10,000 and $30,000, depending on your market, depending on what time of year you're in, and depending on how efficient you're able to actually run your advertising, which if you need help with that, we can help you out in the Poop Scoop Millionaire community. We got a full course on how we run our Facebook ads. The other thing to kind of think about with this investment is what you're going to get in return. So yeah, $10,000 to $30,000 is quite a bit of money, but you're also going to get a business put together pretty quick that's generating over 6 figures in income. If you're an owner operator, you're doing most of the work yourself. We're in an industry that doesn't have a lot of overhead, so most of that money is going to go to the bottom line and in your pocket. Hope that helps you guys. For everybody else that maybe doesn't have $10,000 to $30,000 to just really dump into this business to grow fast, I do have a video on a bunch of free advertising methods where you can get customers without spending any money on marketing whatsoever. Will take a little bit longer to grow your business, but you can still get to that 100 customers and beyond within a reasonable amount of time using some of those strategies. So I'll link that down in the description. Hope you guys have a great day and happy scooping.